Los Angeles, California. It's Landed Late Night. Tonight's guest, Alekz Samone. And now, your host, Ringo.
You guys, I met tonight's guest for the first time about a year ago when I took a dance class at Millennium, and I thought it was an intermediate class. Turns out it was actually an advanced class. But so while my body was flailing everywhere like a fool, this one guy was in front of me and was so mesmerizing that I didn't even care. I just kept staring at him, and I'm like, I can move like you, right? Because I've danced my whole life.
Girl, you're looking for somebody you can call on when you need it done.
Basically, after the class, I went up to him and I was like, listen, I need to be like you. I need you to teach me your ways, and I need to be your friend. He's recently danced for LAUV at the Teen Choice Awards, Big Sean at the BET Awards, Dua Lipa at the AMAs, Kanye freaking West, Gucci, you name it. Please welcome Alekz Samone. Oh, get it. With it. Perfect. Welcome to Landed Late Night with me, your host, Ringo.
Oh, great.
Okay. I just poured a little bit. Oh, that was... I just poured a lot in my drink. Okay, yeah, let it simmer in your throat.
It's there.
Feel it.
It's
Feel it.
simmering.
Happy
for
holidays.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Yes, you are welcome. You are welcome. Cheers. You can tell I already drank some of mine because my lipstick's on it. So, that's how we roll here. Okay, I am so pumped that you were on the show. The story that I just said is like so true. I was literally dancing behind you, and you know this because you were there.
Right.
But I was just like, how does his body just move? Like, you're so fluid, but you're also very, like, what's the word? Sharp? That's not the word.
That's good.
Give me some dance terminology.
No, that's good. Sharp is good.
Help me. Your posture's so much better than mine.
Okay,
Damn it, Alekz.
I'm like into you, you know?
You're into me?
I'm into you.
Okay. I was like, late night show. No, but seriously, you like just flow, but then you're also like, I'm here and I'm there, and I'm like, so yeah, I just was mesmerized by you. Your style's incredible, and then obviously I've been following you since then on all forms of social media, and you're not only hilarious, like truly make me laugh on the daily. Is that even a word? On the daily?
I love that, on the daily.
On the
Yeah,
daily.
it's one word, on the daily.
Yeah, it's on the daily. There's no spaces. And you're just you're so talented, and now you have literally danced with some of the biggest superstars in the world, so that just goes to show how talented you are. Yeah, I love you. Can you feel it? Can you feel my love?
Thank you so much.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
It's been crazy. Like, it's crazy that when, like, you met me, like, I didn't even, like, realize, like, I was in my zone, auto zone.
Get in the zone.
Auto Zone.
At that point in time, I was still, like, actually trying to figure out my own ways.
Getting deep.
Yeah.
Only 2 minutes in, and
Real-
wow,
getting
ooh,
real
here we
deep,
are.
You know? So it's just crazy to hear that, but I was like on it. Like, I was trying to get some things in my life.
Well, because that's what it was. I remember coming up to you, and you were like, no, like, thank you so much. That means so much to me. Like, you have no idea. And I remember being so nervous to approach you because I was like, he's so cool. Like, I can't talk to him. And then I did, and you were, like, so humble, and I was like, oh, my gosh, he's so great. And that's when I thought, you know, I really actually want to be your friend in real life.
Actual, yeah.
So, but yeah, oh, my gosh. So you were recently in Germany, London, Paris.
Yeah.
How, like, teaching classes.
Yeah.
How, guys, that's how good he is. People literally fly him overseas to go teach classes. What the heck?
Literally, I started teaching here in LA in February of this year, and it just kind of, like, rose from there. Like, all these jobs, like, happened, like within this year, and that's within the year of me finding myself out, which is so crazy.
That's interesting,
you know?
how that parallels, because I feel like, so the biggest thing I noticed when I was watching you dance, even now, like, I still obviously keep up with everything you do, but the confidence that you exude when you're on the stage and when you're dancing is like none other. It just, and you're smiling, and you literally, like, all that it reads to people is like, I was made for this. I was born for this. How do you have that confidence when you're dancing? Because I feel like it's, you were saying earlier when we were offset, you were like, when I'm at a club, you know what I mean, I'm not like freestyling, I'm just kind of like bopping my head and chilling.
I think with me, like, I love music,
Mhm.
and I feel like if we call ourselves dancers, like, why not be able to dance to anything and everything? But also the thing is, like, if we call ourselves dancers and we love what we do, like, it should show.
Mhm.
It should, like, we should exude that all the time.
Mhm.
And it's funny to me because we get so, like, dancers these days get so in their head because of all these people on Instagram,
Yeah.
all these people that are getting, like, booked, but they have no love for it. They have no talent. It doesn't show. It just shows that they only have talent, you know? And then
Mhm.
you see people that you can tell have the passion, you know,
Mhm.
for it, and it's a total different, like, flip.
Mhm.
And I don't teach, you know, the jazz funk or, you know, the straight up hip hop. Like, I teach, you know, like, just movement to good music, I believe, you know,
Yeah.
and like I feel like if artists can put that much time and effort in music, like, why as dancers can't we do the same and put that confidence in that hour and a half of class
Mhm.
that we do what we love and, like, show that.
So how do you, you know, block that off and let go of that so that you can be your full self?
It's just like kids. Like, when we watch kids dance,
Mhm.
they have no wall. They have
Right.
no, I hope I look good. They're like, I just know I look good, so I'm going to flip, I'm going to turn, I'm going to go to the ground and stand back up.
Mhm.
And because the teacher told me to. You know, and what's crazy with us as adults, like, we're like, do we look good? Or is my hair in the right spot? I think I lose mine when I know that it's time to go. Like, and it's been a long journey for that for me. But I've also learned that all you can do is just be yourself.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's asking you to do anything else, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
and it's your body, your mind, your soul. We just have to, like, get in our minds that, okay, we decided to be here,
Mhm.
and you decide with your mind and your heart. I feel like it just shows after that.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's good advice for any kind of industry that you're in because, you know, if you're so consumed with everything else and around you and and people's perspective and what people think of you, you know, they feel your awkwardness come through, whatever it could be. It could be dancing, it could be this late night show. Like, if I start being like, oh my God, I'm just so nervous, like, everyone watching is going to be like, I'm so uncomfortable for
Right,
her.
right.
This is so uncomfortable. But, you know, it's all in the mind. And what I've learned through taking dance classes is they talk so much about self-talk, like what you're telling yourself in your head. And like I said, I think this just goes across the board for whatever industry you're in. Like, what you're telling yourself can make or break your performance.
It's a decision.
Mhm.
Like, it's crazy how when we decide when we're angry, we decide that we're angry.
Mhm.
So everything that happens, like, makes us more, like, mad. You know, and what's crazy that if you go into a class and you're like, I'm gonna be chosen for a solo today. What's crazy is how you attacked the class, how you
Mhm.
attacked your mind, how your mind accepts things because you know that you're about to have to show up and show out, kind of thing. It's crazy what our
That's
mind...
right. Show up and show out, okay?
It's crazy. It's crazy, like, what that will do for you
Mhm.
in the process of movement and confidence.
Yeah.
It's a game all the time. LA is a game. So
It's a hard one, but I love it.
Right,
You know, it's
right.
fast paced.
Definitely.
What has been the hardest thing since moving to LA and trying to make it in the dance industry here?
honestly, not having to compare yourselves to others.
Mm.
I honestly think that's the biggest and the hardest thing that's on your, like, mind, your soul, your heart, and it sucks to say, but it will change you. But it's just the fact of who you have and what keeps you grounded. That
Absolutely.
will, like, continue to push you in the way that you want to grow, rather than a way that's, like, pushing you the other way. And I feel like that's the hardest thing. Is just, like, seeing other people and being compared to other people because of auditions, because of social media nowadays. Like,
Yeah.
it's really rough because, I mean, we always, like, hard on ourselves because, oh my God, this person has so many views, why is mine not getting,
Yeah.
this much? But all the
Straight
time,
up.
every day. So
Speak
it's
the
just,
truth.
like, I feel like that's honestly been the hardest thing is, like, me trying not to compare myself. And I feel
Yeah.
like I said, this year has, like, been crazy because I decided not to.
So, how do you come up with your choreo? Because whenever you're dancing, everything seems so fluid, but also, like I said, very sharp. So, which is a crazy combo, I feel like, of the two. So, yeah, are you sitting at home and you're just, like, daydreaming, thinking, like, oh, that's a nice move, I should do that?
Kind of.
Oh,
Actually, I'm, like, with that. No, like, I listen to I usually choreograph to, like, R&B, like,
Okay.
early 2000s, you know, so,
What's your go-to?
yeah, that's my
I
go-to.
need a girl too. Is that?
That's one of
our-
them.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I felt it.
That's one of
I
them.
felt it. You sit there like, I need a girl to
To
ride. I need a girl in my life. Nobody else.
Ka.
She's all mine. Whew, okay.
I said it's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes.
And we're back.
All right, so
I'm gonna make you choreograph
What's
like
yours?
a little dance routine.
Okay.
After, so
In
just
this?
be thinking.
Okay, I'm
Answer
thinking
the question
while I'm
first.
answering. Okay, I can't just get up and choreograph. Like I can't get up and be like, okay, 1 and a 2 and a. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Like I'm literally like sitting in a chair, or on the bus, or at a library. I don't go to who goes to the library these days. I
I like
sit
to go to
there
the public library
Yeah,
and rent
public
out
and
just
just-
books that I just love.
and just sits there and don't read them.
Yeah.
So
I love like the.
But yeah, I do that, but I usually just listen to the music over and over, and I'm like, oh, I love this song, this part. I get very bored easily because everybody in LA dances. Everybody can do the same thing. So I really try to like find things that are different and try to find musicality that is a little bit like interesting.
Yeah.
And I choose a segment, and then I like start envisioning in my head like exactly what I would love to see on people rather than just myself. It ends up being like very challenging for me, and I love that for my students because I'm not just challenging my students, I'm challenging myself as well.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So last piece because life's over after today, guys.
Right, last piece.
You know, earthquakes come. I'm kidding. That's a bad joke. Bad joke. I'm sorry. But advice you have for, you know, young dancers who are, you know, moving out to LA, trying to make it here. What would you tell them? What would be your biggest advice for them?
Make sure you love what you do. So I feel like moving out here, you need to know at least one person or one thing that you can hold on to that will keep you going in the straight path. And I say straight path is in the path that you want to go. And also just know that you have to love what you do. Because if not, it's going to definitely show. And people will definitely be able to tell that you don't want it as bad as the person next to you that has gone through so much or gone through so little, but is able to get where they are because they definitely love what they do and it embodies that and it shows. And that's it. Like, cater to that and like hold that very dear and close to your heart.
Oh, say, can you see
by
the dawn's early light? Oh my, we should start a band or
definitely a
something.
band.
I don't even know. Alright, well what we should do for real though is play a game.
Let's play this.
Okay. So this game is called Riff for Your Life.
Okay.
So you're going to have 6 words, I'm going to have 6 words.
Okay.
I don't know what yours are, you don't know what mine are.
Okay.
You have to work them into the conversation as seamlessly as we possibly can.
Okay.
And so we're just going to make stuff up, or will we? I don't know, it could be real. Here we go, I'll go first. You know, you were talking about how crazy it is living in LA and just, you know, the comparison that can just take over your mind.
Yeah.
And you know, I've seen crazy things. Just smoking like 30 cigarettes a day, which I actually did myself at one point because I got really stressed and I was like, oh, you know, this is going to be my outlet. But I've recently discovered nicotine patches, and so that's really helped out a lot.
Crazy.
But I will say it's been such a challenge, and for me personally, like, that's been the biggest thing I've had to overcome since moving to LA, for sure. You know.
Jesus, that's crazy.
I know.
I once, like, I was talking to a friend, and we were trying to figure out things to not do.
Right.
You know.
Right.
And that's one of them. You know, I mean, because I feel
the
like
smoking or the nicotine patch.
so smoking.
Right.
I think nicotine patch is good for you.
Yeah. Well, no, it's trying to aid my problem.
Right.
Problem.
And I feel like we were talking, and so we went to Nevada.
Nevada.
Yeah. And
Vegas,
they have, like,
baby!
Right. Right. We didn't go to Vegas. We went to like what are these like cornfields?
Cornfields.
Yeah.
In
we went to
Nevada.
cornfields. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. It's, you know, because they still have to do farming. And
Right.
stuff,
Right.
to keep the vegetarians
With all the
and
rolling
the vegans
hills and the vegans in
and
Nevada.
this stuff.
That's wild.
Yeah. It's it's a thing.
When I think of
out
Vegas,
there.
I think of vegans.
Yeah.
You know.
Get
So
it?
it's crazy.
That's crazy. So
Yeah.
we went to this field, and I was like, well, I want to do something like crazy.
Yeah.
And so we went to go see like these corn rows.
Okay.
You know, it's like rows of corn, but I love to say corn rows.
Right.
It's like kind of like the braids, but
different.
That's
but in
weird.
real life, in a field.
Yeah, in
I got
a
it.
field. So
I got
it was, and I feel like that's also a way to express yourself instead of smoking 30 cigarettes.
Yes. Well, and you know what's crazy is I was actually in corn rows, like we'll just call it that if you want to. I mean, I love the name. I love the name. It's very
that's
creative.
what it is.
Cornfields. I was actually in Nevada as well in the cornfields. It was for a photo shoot, and I was like, oh, this is going to be a different backdrop. Like this will be good for my content. It'll spice it up a bit.
Right.
But there were all these titmouses everywhere, and like I don't know if you've heard of them.
Wow.
Titmouses. No, they're wild. They're
Okay.
only in Nevada, and they're only in the cornfields in Nevada.
Okay.
And they will literally eat all of your clothing. And I'm talking like not just your pants, not just like, I don't know, like a part of your shirt. It's like all of your clothes. So all of a sudden, we were like pretty much nude, which, you know, is my natural habitat anyways. But it was crazy. I mean, titmouses are like an epidemic in Nevada. I mean, if you go to like any casino now in Vegas, it is wild. There are signs, you know how like in bathrooms they'll put like warning signs? It's like, titmouses are rampant and you need to watch out.
Wow.
I know.
Okay. Crazy thing. In Vegas.
Yes.
You make so much money.
Well,
You make so much money. My
sometimes.
friend told me that you should get into Bitcoin.
Okay.
Bitcoin's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah, well,
like,
I got into it and lost a lot of money, so that's why it's crazy for me.
And then when I got into Bitcoin, I got a lot of money, actually, because I'm good at it.
And you're rich.
Also, clearly.
Also rich.
That's why I'm here.
Yes. Milagro. Sponsored.
So, yeah, and then, like, I just bought a bunch of, like, poop emoji things.
Yes.
Like, pillows.
Yes.
Pajamas.
Oh, my God.
Liquor.
Oh, my God.
Poop emoji liquor.
I love that.
Right. And then I,
what did that taste like?
Liquor.
Okay. Just plain liquor.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I love that. Hey, you know what?
That's what I said.
Just don't. No description needed there. I love it. We'll decipher the poop liquor for ourselves.
Yeah.
So
crazy. Yeah.
I actually bought this liquor last week, and it was kumquat liquor, and I was like, what the heck is this supposed to be? Like, what does this taste like? I don't even understand. It was actually very fruity. It was a fruit-forward liqueur.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
Liqueur.
Ooh,
And the kumquat was a nice taste, and it even had like a little bit of texture to it, and I honestly preferred it. I think I'm gonna for sure just go with the
like texture, like glitter texture, or
no, it was more like you put it in your mouth and it was like a little gritty, and you're like, I'm not really sure about this, but the kumquat just took over and tasted so amazing that I didn't even care at that point. Yeah,
such an amazing fruit.
I know.
Fruit or vegetable?
It's a fruit. It's very fruit-forward fruit.
Fruit fork.
Yes.
I love a fork. Foria. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm really fond of that.
No, you're fond of that? Like
Fonda.
Jane Fonda?
Jane Fonda, but fond of that.
Fond of that. I love that. Oh my God. You know what I'm really fond of personally?
Right.
Is just motorboating.
Wow.
You know? Like, but not like in the sexual way.
Like yourself?
Like, I like
or
to...
other...
Well, no, I can't motorboat myself. I'm talking about, like, taking a motorboat out and motorboating around town. And, you know, because LA has so many lakes, it's really easily accessible.
So many lakes.
Lakes. And,
Full
yeah,
of lakes.
I've just found that it's a good place for meditation. And it brings a lot of peace to my mind when I'm motorboating.
Right.
And, you know, you can motorboat wherever you are. You can motorboat in LA, but you can also motorboat in a bar.
Very true.
You know, you can take your drink and just kind of stick your finger around and motorboat your way through the alcohol. So
You do that?
it's wild. Yeah, it's wild.
Wow, that's crazy.
I know, it's so crazy. I mean, I think we should start an improv troupe. What do you think?
I think so. I mean, I've already done it plenty of times, so
Oh,
catch
have
up.
you? Well, you know what we could do right now? We could go have a little dance party.
I'm so down for that.
Let's go do that.
I'm really down.
Oh my gosh, make sure to subscribe to my channel. We'll come out with an episode every week. And hopefully it'll be as fun as this one because you're my favorite. I love you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna be, you know, and coming over to your house every day unsolicitedly
down.
and
Let's
just be like, what 8 count do you have for me tonight? Let's go. Anyways, subscribe, say subscribe, like.
Subscribe, like.
Landed late night. I love you.
Thank you.
Oh.